All right, everyone, remind we're online with Rick Mirer, 89 to 92. We talked about the 92 Sugar Bowl, which you were co-MVP, by the way. I did, Rick, have a couple of wine questions for you. And the first one, if you didn't know, he is the owner and president at Mirer Wine. And I wanted to ask you, are you familiar with the wine drink, the Kalimotxo?
I am not, and I'm scared. I don't know.
It's a name. It's funny. I moved to Idaho. It's one of the most popular drinks here. It's a Basque wine drink where they mix red wine with CocaCola, and that's the formal name. So I wanted your thoughts on people that mix their red wine with Coke.
Well, hey, if it's a regional thing and that's what they do, that's what they do. I haven't tried that, but if I'm in that area, I'll give it a go.
Well, part of the recipe does include very cheap red wine. We expect that Mirer would not fit that bill, but, that's kind of, it's funny. I'm new to the area. I'm a SoCal guy, and I found it hilarious.
Yeah.
The second serious question for you is from wine. I got a wino I wanted to ask him. Out of curiosity, there's been a recent surge in grape prices. We wanted to know, where do you get your grapes for your wine, and has that affected you at all?
Well, yes, it affects all of us doing what we're doing. We get our fruit from St. Helena and in Oakville, which are in Napa Valley, central part of Napa Valley. Picked that area because we wanted to be as legitimate as we could. I mean, for the United States, there are a lot of different areas that are growing good fruit and making wine. That's always up for debate who's the best, but I think Napa gives us the most consistency and has the most history. So, and being in California myself, I liked Napa the most. So we went right to the core of that and went to St. Helena and Oakville. So the prices of the fruit is interesting, with the different climates, some of the businesses coming and going, it's kind of fluctuates. So we have contracts with growers, and we're sort of on the end of it, where we have to kind of wait and see how big the crop is, and it's a supply and demand sort of thing. And but fortunately for us, we don't require a lot. We're making 1,200 or 1,300 cases of wine now, so it's a lot of bottles if you add it all up. But it in comparison to a winery that everybody's would have heard of, the Mondavis and Beringers and big names like that. I mean, we're tiny. So it's good to be small right now, but we're having fun with it.
Well, very cool. Remind everyone that website, if you want to check it out and maybe possibly get on the list to order, that's mirerwine.com.
Hey, Rick, one of the things we, outside of the radio show and everything else, the one thing we focus on is giving back and philanthropic work. And I wanted to talk to you about the Mirer Family Foundation. Can you give us an overview of what it's all about and the causes that you're helping through that foundation?
Yeah, we being my wife and I, and actually my parents and my kids will get involved when they're a little older, but we started the foundation in '96 to focus on helping kids with needs in the areas of health and education. Spent a lot of time through, probably high school, end of high school, but certainly during the time at Notre Dame and then NFL, years visiting kids in hospitals, helping United Way, things that are aligned with the NFL. A lot of stuff everybody does, but it just felt good. It always felt really good to kind of be able to spend a little time with kids that need it, or help contribute to make the Make-A-Wish things happen. So I was pretty busy for a bunch of years, and you're kind of tied up taking care of what you're doing. But the foundation kind of moved on, and we quietly have helped a lot of kids with some scholarship money for Notre Dame with the endowment that we set up in '98. So almost 20 kids now have received some money from the scholarship that we set up at that point, and we're just trying to do more. I with some business now, some more experience now. I really have a soft spot for the kids that need a little help, and we can't help them all, but we're trying to do as much as we can. And I've made a pretty hard push recently with our wine business in Napa to try to generate some more money and to help more kids. And with the help of the NFL and some of their matching ability with the grants that the NFL have established to help current and former guys with their foundations just like ours, I think we can kind of team up and do more and more. But I'm from northern Indiana, not far from South Bend. We've tried to help kids there. I played in a lot of different cities, but we're focusing kind of on San Diego area where I live now. There's a lot of military kids that have lost their dads, with some of the stuff overseas, and the guys that get deployed and don't make it back home. And there's kids, that are here at Camp Pendleton or at Coronado, Navy SEAL kids, and we're trying to do more, trying to help as many of those guys as we can, and hopefully we can keep making progress.